Hey everyone, how's it going? So in this video, we'll be making the calipers on this Tesla Model 3 red, just like the performance. If you follow this channel, we replaced the aero wheels with these Evannex satin black covers. It provides more efficiency as well as give it more of a sportier look. It does cover the actual alloy wheels slightly more than the actual aero wheels itself. And I think overall, it's just a more sportier look. It's more proportional with the vehicle. And this video will focus on getting the caliper, the brake calipers red, like the performance. Now, there's really multiple options you can do. You can actually buy new brakes caliper. That costs thousands of dollars. You probably don't want to spend that much. A lot of people will just powder coat it. However, if you contact a lot of dealers or companies that does powder coating, they ask you to bring in the actual caliper. A lot of places won't be able to do that for you without additional costs. So you're looking at $400, $500, $600, $700 just to get your calipers red. A alternative, and without any hassle, you can do this yourself at home, is getting red caliper covers. So here we have from Evannex. So there's a couple versions out there. This version actually looks more realistic versus the just flat covering. And a lot of people question these, whether it's worth it or not. But I think for the price and the look, especially this version from Evannex, it looks almost like a real caliper. It is made out of a metal aluminum. It's very thin, so it won't rub onto your wheels, and it will just hide behind the actual air wheels, or in this case, the Evannex wheel. And you just place it on. I read that it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to put each one on. You just basically clip it on down here and then tighten it up here. And no issues were noted on any of the forums for these type of caliper covers. It does come with tools for you to be able to tighten up the nuts at the end, and this should stay on firmly. So we haven't seen any problems with that from other people who purchased this. The challenge with this is you need to have at least the right tools to be able to do this. You don't need to jack up your car using anything special other than just a regular 1-2 ton jack, and then you just need tools to unbolt your wheels. You do need to take off the wheels and then clamp on the brake calipers. So the tools we already have are these puck. This is to prevent lifting up and damaging any of your side skirt and so forth. So we do have a low profile jack. I'll post a link where you can find all these, and you place this on top of the jack, and then it should lift up the vehicle with ease. But before you do, you know, just like you changing a tire, you do need some 7/8, I think it's 7/8. Don't quote me on that, but we'll test it out once we take the cover off. You can also use these adapter if you have a drill, or you don't want to do it manually. You can also do that. And then we have a torque wrench. So this is, once you're done, you want to torque the lug nuts back into specification. So I believe the Model 3 is about 128 pounds. I have to look that up, but we'll confirm that later on in the video. So let's go ahead and install this. And here's the jack puck. It goes inside the actual slot. There's a slot for it. And then it gives you that extra barrier to lift up the car without hitting up your side skirt or your battery pack. And then to unbolt these lug nuts is actually 13/6 So that's the socket size. And once you break it loose before you lift it, you just unbolt it now. And then you just want to unbolt it diagonally, and then the same way you put it on. So crisscross. Just make sure the wheel is fully on there when you're hand tightening. And then you can actually torque it to 129. So I did check, it's 129 pound to torque it back to specification. Okay, so this is with the wheel off. You can see brakes hardly used due to the hole feature. So one pedal drive. So you can see here the brake bleed, everything is similar to that of these covers. So these would just go on just like that. And then I have a decal coming that I'll put on later, but you can get the decal on eBay, and it's just a few dollars. Then just stick it on facing that way at the bottom. So very similar text as the Tesla OEM version. The newer Model 3 don't have these decal anymore, even the Y, the non-performance version, but the OG 3 does have it, which is a nice touch actually. So making this red and putting the same decal on this is gonna look really nice. So you can see comparison, it has the brake bleed there, very similar to that of the actual OEM. So I do like this version of the cap. It's metal, so it will withstand the heat fine, and it doesn't take up that much space. So let's get this installed. And basically it's just clamp on the bottom and then you tighten it on the top like so. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this piece off first and then start from the bottom, and then we'll reattach this just to give more space. It does have that strip of sort of like glue, so it's not gonna go anywhere once you install it. So it clamps down there. It's not making any contact with anything. So basically, once you line it up on the bottom, it goes between caliper and the rotor itself. Make sure it's not rubbing on each other, and then you just want to give it a little tug, and then it sits perfectly. Same thing with the top. Once you tuck it down, this should be even, and then you can put the nut in and then bolt it down, and that's it. So the tools, the nuts comes with the kit. All you need to do is just tighten it. So using this wrench and this helix, you just hold the wrench on the nut and then tighten it on the top. Okay, so the brake bleed always face up. And that's it. So once I have the decal on here, it will look very good. Just want to make sure it's not making any contact, so you have good clearance there. You have good clearance on the top. So this thing is not going to go anywhere. Okay, so the wheel's back on. We're just going to rotate just to make sure. This is the 18-inch wheels. So there are some weights, but you can see it's nowhere near close to the caliper. So there's wheel weights on here. And nice clearance. And that's how it looks after the installation with the Rimatrix. You probably don't even need the decal, but it will be a nice touch if somebody's walking up and looking at it closely. Definitely stands out a lot more now. So this is the torque wrench I was talking about. So we set it at 129 pounds. And it's fairly simple. Once you tighten up the lug nut, you want to use this torque wrench. And then just once you hear the click, it's torque to specification. And that's torque to specification. That's it. So there's the rear brakes with the red Caliper covers from Evannex. The whole process took about 10 to 15 minutes per wheel with recording. So we highly recommend putting out an hour to an hour and a half just to make sure everything is tightened up correctly before you put the aero wheels back on. And with that said, we'll post a link where you can find these Evannex caliper covers with a promo link as well.